Hey, this is Warren Redlick. I'm going to talk today about media bias against Tesla. The media lies. Are you ready? Let's go. What triggered this video was yesterday's video posted by Edmunds, and this tweet in particular saying that the Tesla Model S Plaid is nothing more than a marketing exercise designed to draw attention to an aging car. Now, that's what Edmunds said about the Model S Plaid. Now listen and watch how Edmunds' test driver responds to the Model S Plaid.
Oh my God. Oh, woo! Oh. Oh my God. Woo!
But wait, there's more. Edmunds said that it was overpriced. Now again, we have our test driver driving it for a second run. Watch him and listen to him.
Okay. A little used to it this time.
Now listen to what he says.
You tested so many supercars
and everything else. Does this feel different? Does it feel genuinely faster?
I mean, this is by far the fastest and most breathtaking acceleration I've ever experienced in any car that I've driven so far.
And it's not just that test driver. Not very long ago, Edmunds compared the Model S Plaid to two racing motorcycles. Like the fastest motorcycles, production motorcycles you can buy. And you can see what they said here. Basically, it outraced the fastest production motorcycles. This car is insanely fast. And a car magazine or a car website that tests cars for their performance would normally appreciate the fastest production vehicle that you can buy in history. But instead, they talk it down, they trash it, call it an aging car. Now, maybe there's a reason for Edmunds' bias. Maybe the fact that they were recently bought by CarMax, a company that doesn't really sell very many Teslas because they sell used cars and there aren't a lot of used Teslas available, and Teslas are competing with CarMax. Maybe, just maybe, that played a role in Edmunds' decision to trash the Model S Plaid in the headline of their story. Maybe. Maybe the media is biased. Maybe the media lies about Tesla. This ties into a larger problem of media lying about Tesla. And you can see here Gordon Johnson, the infamous Tesla Q Gordon Johnson, who often appears on CNBC, tweeting some article from somewhere in England where there was a car accident where someone was hit by a black Tesla. Now, that seems odd to me because I've been reading news for a long time, and normally the car brand is not mentioned in the headline. But for some reason, we see this all the time with Tesla. Really quick here, I want to mention this video is about media lying about Tesla. I have a channel called The Daily Lie. There's a link in the description below where I talk about media lies and government lies in politics. If you're interested in deconstructing and understanding other lies that we are told, please check out my channel. It's on the Locals platform, warrenredlick.locals.com, link in the description below. But let's get back to the media lying about Tesla. I did a simple search on Google News for Tesla crash, and I found 4 headlines of crash stories at the very top of the search where Tesla is in the headline. Airborne Tesla plowed through a house in Florida. Watch someone crash a Tesla into a warehouse at high speed. Man fakes being hit by Tesla, etc. What happens when we search for other car brands and the word crash? I think you know what's coming. Here's a search for Toyota crash, the best-selling brand in the United States. 4 stories about crashes. Presumably there was a Toyota in the accident in all of them. They all mention Toyota Camry or Toyota in the story below the headline, but the word Toyota doesn't appear in the headline of any of the stories. This is going to happen again. Now here's Volkswagen. Now, Volkswagen appears in the title, but it's not about a crash. It's about Volkswagen Passat failing a crash test. In other words, this is actually a functional story about Volkswagen having a problem with their crash test in China. But there's no stories of Volkswagen vehicles being involved in crashes at the top. Why? Because the word Volkswagen or VW doesn't appear in the title in any story like that. Let's try Honda, another top-selling brand in the United States. Honda increasing crash parts production. They're working on parts, but head-on crash, mother killed in crash, 1 teen dead in Long Island crash. Honda not in the title of any of these stories. You can see in the text that Honda is in the story, but it's not in the headline. If there was a Tesla involved in the accident, it would say Tesla crash. But because there's no Tesla in it, because it's a regular car brand, then Tesla, the name of the car brand, doesn't appear in the headline. Here's Chevrolet, another top-selling brand. 3-vehicle crash, 3-vehicle crash, Port Washington crash, Northwest Side crash. No mention in the headline of Chevrolet, even though Chevrolet is in each of the stories. Are we seeing a pattern here? Don't worry, there's more coming. And I did Ford crash. 4 stories at the top. The word Ford is not in the headline. You can see the first story has a Hyundai involved as well. Hyundai's not in the headline. The other 3 stories are actually about a man named Ford, but no story Ford crash showing up. Now that's regular car brands. What happens if we look at luxury car brands? Maybe that's different. Maybe Tesla's in the headlines because they're perceived as a luxury car brand. And the same thing would happen if you did Mercedes, Lexus, and BMW, right? So I searched for Mercedes crash. Police in search of damaged black Mercedes. Multiple cars hit during early morning crash. No reference to Mercedes. Mercedes Vargas, a person, was in a crash. Police search for damaged black Mercedes involved in hit. Okay, maybe that's a little bit. 4-story LAPD human trafficking ends in fatal Koreatown crash. Mentions Mercedes in the story. Mercedes is not in the headline. Why isn't Mercedes in the headline of a crash story? Maybe the third one because they're searching for the damaged black Mercedes. Maybe that's a little bit, but definitely not the same as Tesla. Every story says Tesla crash. Here's Lexus. First story, there's a Lexus involved, not in the headline. Second story, there's a Lexus involved, not in the headline. Fourth story, there's a Lexus involved. Man and woman decapitated in crash. If someone had been decapitated in a Tesla, you know Tesla would have been in the headline. And Lexus is not in the headline. And the third story is about a collision assistance feature. There's no actual crash. So Toyota makes it when they're launching a new positive feature. Toyota and Lexus get in the headline. Some good story, okay, we'll put them in the headline. When Tesla launches a new version of FSD, does it get a headline? Tesla improves crash avoidance? No. It's Tesla unleashing dangerous self-driving software on the roads. And last in our luxury segment, we have BMW. And the second story does mention BMW in the headline. Man waiting for bus struck by out-of-control BMW. But out of 4 stories involving BMWs and accidents, only 1 has BMW in the headline. If it was out of control Tesla, you know that would have been in the headline. Tesla always appears in the headline when a crash involving a Tesla makes the story. Even if the Tesla's not at fault, Tesla's always in the headline. Always. This is media bias. The media lies to us in many ways about many things. As Tesla fans, we know the media lies to us about Tesla a lot. We also should realize the media lies to us about other things. If you want to hear more about media lies and government lies to us about relevant topics in politics and other topics that you might not normally think about, please check out my channel on locals.com, link in the description below, warrenredlick.locals.com. And otherwise, please check out my other videos. Support this channel on Patreon, thanks to the Vasa Law Firm in Sweden and all my Patreon supporters. Join the channel on YouTube, become an exclusive content member. Exclusive content members and Patreon supporters get additional content and early access. And check out the t-shirts. Elon, be less wrong. We want to be less wrong. And the stainless steel water bottle. And thank you so much for watching.